Hello again. It's that time of the month. It's coming up to the end of the month, so I thought I'd bring you down and we'll do a little plot tour. So as normal, we'll go up to the top of what I call my main plot. Go up to the gate. Turn you around. And here we go. Right guys. This is where I had my peas dug over, closed down, ready for the brassica next year. The peas, as you know, were a disaster this year. This is where I had my bro beans. They never let me down. This is where I had my shallots, which were a bit disappointing, but as you can see, I just filled the edge of the bed up with some cabbage. Same with this bed, just filled the edge of the bed up with some cabbage. It's coming to the end now. Once these have gone, that's it. This is the marathon broccoli, which has done well this year. I've been cutting the main heads off and then left them in the ground and keep getting shoots like that. I've just harvested some for dinner, so I'll show you them. And the rest of the harvest which I've taken today. These are my sweet corn. Total disaster. There is cobs on, but the kernels aren't ripened. They're just white. I'm surprised our little furry friends haven't taken them, but these are my big beans, which I'm waiting to try off. I'll just take you into the shed and show you some that I've already pulled. And I'm just waiting to dry. There you go, this is what they're like. And then what we do is dry them, put them in stews. But same again, bit of a disaster. Beetroot, I'm leaving this plant here to dry out and collect the seed for next year. Yeah, I've got some beetroot, even though it's small. I've had some back in the wife's. My wife's pickled it. I must get some more ordering this because we seem to be all over the shop. This is my collies. Coming up to the end now, but I've got one coming there. These are all year round, and I've got one coming there. These are Alsmere, which are a winter variety. They're supposed to withstand cold temperatures, but the way these are going, they're producing lots of leaf, but I don't think we're going to get any hearts, but I'll leave them and we'll see. This is my poor carrot harvest. My wife's rung me and said, can I bring some down? So I'll take a couple of them, but nothing to write home about. Yeah, this is the bay that one of my plot mates has, I don't know, I hope she hasn't killed it, but there you go. These are leeks. Don't know if you can see them in there, but yeah, another poor year for leeks. That was down to the germination. The germination for the leeks has been absolutely garbage. The worst year I've had for leeks. Another bed covered up. What was in there? Yeah, brassicas are in there, so it's going to be root crop this year. Sorry, next year. This was my was it another pea bed? This is, I've just dug this over this morning, put some ash in, dug it in, and put in garlic. The garlic is now in. This is the earliest I've ever put garlic in, but some YouTubers that I follow have been putting it in, so I thought I'd try it. This is the last of my summer cabbages. These are Greyhound, and that round one there is Primo 2, and these are another late sowing of Greyhound. Whether they come to anything, I don't know. It doesn't look like they're going to heart up, because once the cold weather hits, I think we'll lose them. Just spin round. These are my sprouts. I've just covered them up with netting because, as you can see, the pigeons are having a go. I am getting sprouts, but it looks like they're beginning to open up. Anyway, we'll see. As long as I get enough for Christmas dinner, I'm not bothered about a load, as long as I get Christmas dinner out of them. This is where my peas were, the Alderney, and that's all I'm going to grow next year because they did very well. My wife wasn't so struck on them. She says they were a bit hard, but I think I left them too long. But the early ones I thought was okay. This is me. This is where I made Ballotti and my French beans. My French beans were a bit of a disaster, but the Ballotti are in the shed drying out, and again we put them in soups and stews and things, or my wife does. This is runner beans. Now my wife's not a big fan of runner beans, but the mother-in-law is, so we've had a few pickings, and these I'm just going to leave on to dry out for seeds for next year. Don't need many because, as I say, my wife is a lover of runner beans. This is where the squash was, all dug up and the ground turned over. I don't know what I'm going to do with this area here. I don't know whether I'm going to manure it and put something in, or just leave it bare. I don't know. This is the swede. This bed here is where I've had the best harvests of swede. Last year they just rotted off because, I'll just spin you around again. The ground over there where I've got my celeriac floods. Well, it retains water, and the swede just rotted off. But this ground, yeah, I do well for swede in this ground. I don't want to keep growing it in this ground just in case I get it attracts club root. I'll just take you over to, this is where I had the swede last year, and as I say, the ground holds water. So this is where I put celeriac. Celeriac is a bog plant, but I can't seem to get it any bigger than that. So I need quite a few of them to achieve a meal. I like it mashed with mashed potato. It's got a nutty taste which is beautiful in mashed potato. Right, that's all the beds. I'll just take you into the greenhouse. Take the long way around. Oh, these are the Alicante tomatoes. I was going to say strawberries then, but they're coming to an end, and the skins are getting a bit hard. So it won't be long before they've finished. Same with the ones in the greenhouse. These are coming to an end now. Just waiting for these to ripen off. But yeah, they're coming to an end. These are squash that I got out of the squash bed. These are mashed potato squash, a Turk's turbin, which is supposed to be bigger than that. I think that big one there's a Turk's turbin, but I'm not sure because it hasn't got that on the end, but it was on near the same plant and it should be in a Turk's turbin. That is a spaghetti squash. Same with these two when they ripen. This one, I don't know the variety, it just had a question mark on the label, so it must have been a packet of seeds that didn't have a label on, so I've put them in, so we'll see. I've started harvesting me chilies. I took my first harvest, so yeah, so we'll keep them going, and I'm going to save some seeds from these. I don't think I'm going to bother with this variety. These are Apache, but that there's the biggest one I've got, so I don't think I'm going to bother with this variety. The best thing about this variety, you get lots of chilies even though they are small, and the plants are small, because you can see the problem we have here. So I only can get a few plants here. So if I grow just this sort of chili, I'm going to have to monopolise the other greenhouse, because there's no room in there, unless I put them on the floor. I could put them on the floor there, I suppose, but me being the clumsy person that I am, I'll end up tripping over them and breaking my neck. Right, that's the end of the main plot, so we'll go on to what I call the corner plot. And as you've seen from previous videos, I've been doing some work on these to keep the council happy. This is all dug over now, and I did manage to get an harvest of potatoes from there, which was from last year, and they were a decent size. They were Sarpomera. These are marigolds that just weren't pulling out. So yeah, the weeds have gone, so it looks a lot tidier. See if it'll keep the council off my back. Now I'll take you into this greenhouse. Does anybody know anything about aubergines? This is the biggest one I've got. Now, is that ready? I've got, oh, that's sticky. I've got quite a few aubergines. I'm not a big lover of aubergines, but again, my wife will do something with them. She'll put them in the oven with some herbs or curry powder or something. She'll do something with them. I think I'll take these back. So California peppers. They're not very big, but I've got quite a few on that plant. These are the long sweet pepper. I forgot what they call them. Something de tosser or something. Right, I'll show you what we've been doing on this plot. Been having to tidy up on this plot. I think these raspberries that I brought from home, I think they've had it. I don't think they've taken. But we'll wait next year, see if anything happens. If not, I'll dig them up and we'll get some more. Tidy the strawberry bed up. All the different varieties. I've been planting the runners, as you can see. Tidied all this area up and covered it. Move the blueberry to there. From that corner, it was just getting overrun by the grape. I've cut the grape back. I'm just waiting for all these grapes here to harvest, to ripen. They are a red variety, but I don't think they will. These are me Joan J raspberries that were originally on plot, well, the main plot, but I moved them down here. Ignore that pile of weeds. Tidied up the gooseberry plants and cleared this path. Just show you. This was all overgrown with brambles and bindweed. The next one is to, when I've harvested my pumpkins, is to pull this membrane back and clear this area. I don't know what I'm going to put, probably pumpkins again next year, but this area here, I've never grown sweet corn on this plot, but I'm going to grow them on here next year. I'm going to manure this area and put my sweet corn in. And these tomatoes, I think these are nearly done. These are Crimson Crush. These at the front and at the back, Gardener's Delight, which is a cherry. Pumpkins ready for the grandkids. These are supposed to be a Atlantic Giant, but I'll just get up here and show. This is the biggest one. This one, as you can see which side of my hand, it's a fair size, but it's not as big as the one on the packet where the girl stood at the side of it. This, I think I might have mentioned it on previous videos, is supposed to be a butternut squash. It's a new packet of seed, but that doesn't look like a butternut squash to me. This came out of the same packet of seed. It is a butternut, but that's it. That's as big as it's got, and I think that's as big as it's going to get. Asparagus bed. I'm just waiting for these to die back so I can cut them down, weed the bed, tidy it up, mulch it and cover it for the winter, because asparagus crowns don't like to be stood in water. So that's the plot tour. I'll just show you the little bit of harvest. There's the weeds ready to go back home and go in the green waste. So I have had a little harvest. I'll just show you that. Oh, I can't get over that, mate. If my wife sees that, she'll go ape. Right. Swede. Broccoli. They're the sprouts off the main plant. A few cherry tomatoes. And a few, I think this variety is Moneymaker. But as I say, we've had a fair crop of tomatoes this year. I think it's about one of the best. My wife makes sauces and soups. So yeah. So that's it, guys. That's the end of the September tour. Things are starting to slow down now, and beds are shutting down. I'll see what happens in next month, if there's anything to reply. Mainly it's going to be just tidying up and get the council off my back. So on that note, all I can say is don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.